my responsibility, my duty to do. You morally know it, not the things or the tasks that people assign you, people order you, command you. But you have the knowledge that you know that is my duty, I have to do. This is responsibility. Responsibility. Take responsibility for your action and expand your influence by building trust others have in you and your word. That is, we have the power of influence people while we accept responsibility. See, in our community, our college here, staffs and faculties, staff for principals, staff and faculties, they know that it's our responsibility to bring the young people, to grow the young people in education, to equip the knowledge, to impart our skills, our knowledge to them, to grow them in education, to be able to compete with the outside of the world here. So they are doing right now, and we are coming together, and we are doing together, and we see the change, we see the development. That is, they influence us by responsibilities. We will see our principal. He influences us every day in our college here. His son speak English. He himself also speak English. He said, wear uniform, clean and tidy, and wear a shoe. He himself also do that. That is the art of influence. He has the ability and the power to influence the students here. He modeled the behavior which sharing and loving and imparting the quality to the young people. I think he has passion about teaching, so he is doing that right now, and we see and we feel right now. This is, he knows that his responsibility, and he is doing that, and he can influence the students here. And we see the students also. There are some students from singing part, from dancing part, and from many other parts. They influence their friends. Why? Accept the responsibility. Not like me, not active too much. I appreciate my friends, those who accept responsibility, those who that is my responsibility and can influence their friends. Because of we accept our responsibility, we will lead our friends, we will lead people around us, we will get people around us. We will do things and people will see and it will influence people. This is the power of influence. And also the second tips. Influence by have a passion. Have a passion. Passion means you're interested, the things that you most love to do in your life. You really, really love to do it. When you have time, you're concerned about it. When you have time, you try to find more and learn more about it. You love to do it. You love to show it up to people. That is your passion. So when you have passion, when you live your life with passion, you can influence people. Maybe you will be interested in professional teacher. You will be interested to become businessman, doing economic. You will be interested in preaching, working in ministry, and you will be influenced working as you will be interested to work as a politician. That is the way you have passion in your life and you influence people. I remember one of my classmates during my high school. He is a boy, and he always behave like girl. And I used to meet at him. I joked badly to him. I said, "You are boy, right? Be strong like me." I said, "You are boy." But I'm very skinny. So every day I joked badly to him. I teased at him. I met at him, and there is a one I did those things to him because he always nervous, he always shy. He he did not have the confidence to have conversation with friends, to participate with friends, to have conversation with teachers in class. He feels shy to act active. So I say those things to him. After three, after 2 years and a half, after we graduate high school, and I saw when I went to KNDO celebration, then I saw he was leading a troop. He is a captain, leading a troop. And when I saw, is that my classmate, my friend? I watched clearly, and I know that that is my classmate, the one who I met at him, I teach at him, I criticize badly to him. So I came to know that people have different passion in life. Whether we judge people is right or wrong, people have different passion in life. So when people bring up passion, people can influence people, their friends. He has his troops, soldiers. Because he is a captain, leading the troop, so that because his passion, he can influence his friends, his soldiers, his troops. And the other tips that I'm going to share is influence people by increase your value through education. Increase your value through education. Education is very important. And there is one as an education is very important. Now we live in modern world, and we use education every day in our life. When I say education, it doesn't mean only formal education, but also informal education. The skills, the talents, the ability you can do outside of the class, that's also education, informal education, not only formal education. So when you have education, when you bring education in your life, when you live with education, you will be able to influence people. See, nowadays, not only the literary people who can read and write influence people, but also people who cannot read and write can influence people from their own. Because we are human beings, we do not have the same capacity and ability to do things to influence people. We have different capacity to do things to influence people. You may be able to play soccer, I may not be able to play soccer. So all those things are education. So when you have education, when you are strong enough with your own capacity, you can influence people. This is the art of influence people. So now I study in SLC here, and I also study online with my professor from Singapore about educational psychology. And she asked me, what you are interested in studying about educational psychology? I said, probably I am interested to become, surely I'm interested to become a professional teacher in my life. So that I try to learn more about educational psychology. It will help me in teaching and learning, knowing the concept of human being, how human being learn and leading the education. So he said, you are good. You are a good guy. I said, thank you. And there is one I want to say is education. You are learning things in class. While you are learning things in class, you have to learn outside of the class, and you can compete with your friends. Not only focus inside of the class, and you will be strong enough, but outside of the class you will be weak. Not only that way, but also to learn inside of the class, to learn outside of the class, and you will be able to compete with your friends. In class, your friends will be very smart, very active. You will not be active, you will not be smart. But try to find out the things that you can do, the things that you are interested in outside of the class, and try to apply it, try to do it. and you can compete with your friends. Compete with your friend, it doesn't mean that your friends are good in academy and you will compete with him in academy. Try to do the best as you can and try to do the other things that you can do and break it up, and you will be able to influence people. So in my conclusion, let us to be an influenced person in positive and be a person who is influenced by people in positive, not in negative, and break it out. Bring the best in others, bring the best in yourself, and make the world better. And we will change the world in a good civilization. Thank you all for your attention. Thank you. God bless you.